not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, I just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colores, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, I just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colores, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, I just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colores, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, I just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow dey lick, especially when dem cook the soup or plasas wey dem lick pass all. So na that make we dey bring to you this program wey we call Colres, as we dey look at different story dem na the front page and inside the newspaper. So no forget to join we.
Good morning, and welcome to the program called Colres. Right now we are on YouTube and on Facebook so we can discuss issue them with the front page of the different newspaper and the Polnado for the morning. After we can now look at them thing and day, we can come and discuss the issue them with the people we will bring come as a guest inside the show. So we'll go straight and begin look at within the front page of the different newspaper them say this morning. The first one we take now the Watch newspaper we say Costa America hosts fundraising dinner and dance to support school development. Moped and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs staff complete capacity building training in South Korea. And you as well get other story then for inside this edition of the Watch newspaper. The City Hunter newspaper, disaster management, SLPP and APC unite in rescue mission. And you as well get SLRU at 20 focuses on advocating for reporters' welfare, dedication and loyalty. Local Commercial Bank honors 157 staff members ahead of Silver Jubilee. The next one at the Premier News, we say 9 dead, dozens fear trapped after building collapses. And you get Tonko, Limba, and Braimaya residents shocked to discover that roads are still a thing in 2024. DG of Local Content Agency inspires TVET's Guardian. WHO donates 8 vehicles to Health Ministry to bolster emergency response. And the next paper, now the Independent Observer newspaper, we say our HRCSL can be of assistance to the constituted Senegal Human Rights Commission, and 7-story building collapse. Rescue operations continue. Mr. President, can we talk? Part 7. The Drone newspaper, Mohammed Gento, Sierra Leone Unite, APC and SLPP collaborate on Shell disaster rescue mission. President Bio unveils justice sector reform strategy. And other story for inside this edition of the Drone newspaper. The next one of the Success newspaper, Sierra Leone for chancellorship at Maritime University. Civil aviation head promises tight security at airport. Market stalls and bikes erode learning at Zadet School. The Global Times newspaper say acting Chief Justice presides over September High Court criminal session. And VP Jules Jallo visits site of 7-story building collapse at Kisi. Sickle cell coordinator urge for increase in awareness of disease. The next paper and the Town Cry newspaper, visiting disaster sites, VP Jules there stresses need for building code. And you as well get setting example for feed saloon. President Bio makes bumper harvest from his fish farm. And will Dr. Richard Conte take Sierra Leone to the promised land in 2028? MRCG encourage journalists to report on transitional justice issues. And the next paper, now the Times newspaper daily, News Times Daily, President Bio champions agricultural self-reliance. First Lady Fatima Bio advances women's empowerment and global advocacy. VP Jallo pledge building code reforms following collapse. And the next one we'll get at the AZ newspaper, we say SLPHA Director General unveils 24 hours pilotage, and President Bio sends solidarity message to family of collapsed 7-story building. Sierra Leone prioritizes food production amidst climate change challenges. And Sierra Leone Civil Aviation Authority opens registry for aircraft. The Calabash newspaper, Civil Aviation DG unveils strategic plan to remove Sierra Leone from European safety blacklist. And as SLPP and APC heavyweights join hands, VP Vice President Gento and other undertake Shell disaster rescue mission, and Lebanese businessman killed in suspected ritual attack in Kenema calls for swift justice. And you as well get awareness and 2 days climate change advocacy and policy dialogue workshop in Kailaun District. MBSSE hands over additional classrooms to SLMB Primary and Mandu Junior Secondary. And the next paper, now the News 24, we say President Biofish harvest a wake-up call to all political appointees. Aftermath of a collapsed building, VP Juliet Jallo visit disaster site, and MRCG trains journalists on transitional justice reporting. Leveraging business across Africa, NIB and ICT host investors match making. And the next one we'll get now the Modern Seas newspaper. VP Jallo visits Kisi building collapse site, and ACC points to sanitize agricultural sector. Tragic 7-story building collapse at Shell New Road. 9 confirmed dead. The next one, now the Salon Compass newspaper. SLRSA boss undermines PAC's authority. APC and SLPP unite Shell disaster rescue effort. A criminal reflection of SLPP's justice reformation processes. And the Expo Times newspaper say government urge full-scale investigation into collapse of 7-story building and 20 people in police net for gruesome murder of Lebanese national, and 2 children reported dead in suspected food poisoning. Tragic accident claims 6 lives at Okroil, and police arrest man over alleged acid attack. The next one we'll get now the Equality Now newspaper say Tourism Federation executive election to be. Tour operators brace up to resist manipulation, and several dead, injured. Fatal building collapse in Freetown, 10 dead. More injured in building collapse. 3 planting initiative to restore Otamba Kilimi National Park, and SLPP MP Bemon's Bad Roads. The next one we'll get at the Focus 24/7 say my mission is to deliver beacon of hope for Sierra Leone. Freetown months again. HIV and AIDS still poses challenges. We go to the next one. We're at the AIMNet newspaper. 9 reported dead in tragic collapse of 7-story building. First Lady Schools JFK on the value of leadership. Honorable Pesima serves as keynote speaker at Gold Sister Foundation fundraising and dinner night. I take that again. Honorable Pesima serves as keynote speaker at Gold Sisters fundraising and dinner night. And you as well get police react to unlawful serial killing of Lebanese national in Kenema. The AYV News, President Bio warns against tribalism in agriculture, and most cosmetic makeover in 2024 in 24 hours. Mary Yongai, New Guinea's world record title holder. Vice President assures Shell building collapsed survivors. And we go to the next one. When at the Africa 24 says Salon poverty. Lecturer blame the dark forces. Also inside this paper, SLPP members in unison calls. You as well get NAFFSL is very important. On CRN 2025 budget report, SLCB scores excellence. We go to the next paper. We na the Open Space newspaper as part of Silver Jubilee for hard work. Okel Commercial Bank honors 157 staff members from 10th to 11th in Dakar, Senegal. Labour Ministry acting director speaks on labour migration, informal sector getting ready for NACID scheme, and as it issues term warning to defaulters, NATCA grants license to Starlink. And other story for inside this edition of the Open Space newspaper. The Spy newspaper say as licensed officials swindle tax, SLRSA boss raises red flag on corruption. And you as well get 7-story building collapse. Over 40 people remain trapped beneath the rubble. And you get other story for inside this edition of the Spy newspaper. Now all the paper and this will get inside the program of this morning. We go straight to we guess what we don't get inside the show for we go on with the conversation. And for the program this morning, we get Ajibu Tijan Jallo. We don't join we as the possibility can help we for make we taste the cool race this morning. Good morning, Ajibu, and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Singer Pierre. Good morning, viewers.
And thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Okay. So we go straight and not waste any more time. We want to start with the top story now the tongue right now. Those sad story, but a lot of people they follow that one right now. So let me talk about the issue of this 7-story building. The issue of building where they collapse, not to the first one is we don't see plenty of other one and even as we talk so pictures them of several other buildings them team up right now where they still they're on construction and people they consider they want to for be risk, for the lives of plenty people. Just as this don't happen, so the vice president don't go on the sites na Kisi and don't go talk say now then go try for begin see how they go put together a building code for the one the way they build places there. Now, what do you take on this particular incident na Kisi first of all?
First of all, we pray let God sorry for the one them we lost their life, and this we pray let God sorry for the one them we lost them, but the one them we will be gripped with uncomfortability. Let God make it easy for them, honestly.
Amen.
Anybody else can make comment, but the vice president, it's good that he go show solidarity, but then I guess the comments them way it make they outright expose the government, and he exposed the vice president personally. Appear like for say this na man way, they talk for the moment, they talk for appeal to people then. Remember where he gonna put local who claim na motoka talk with Medina say yeah we put bridge na how they make happy by the put local like saloon like freedom rather. So it gets a history of just saying things for appease people then. And not getting no means or intention for actually act on that. The same is true for let the government go talk say we they can begin bring building code. For God's sake, bring the government in office for make them think ahead and put measures in place for make we able for live peacefully, we live equitably, and we live without fear or favor. We have professionals, we have departments where they handle their things here. The Ministry of Works handle building codes. There are processes you must follow. The Ministry of Lands also the demarcate land, the FCC also involved. So I get specifically in the Ministry of Works really, but I get all the agency there, so FCC, Ministry of Lands, Ministry of Works, where they hand up on building in Sierra Leone. This is unacceptable. It's unacceptable for make building collapse. Maybe there are other issues, but the amount of time where it don't happen, we say there are structural integrity flaws, there are structural integrity issues, and it appears like for say the right measures, the right permits, the right inspection are not being done when they should be done as the building they go up. So it is disgraceful for make a vice president the talk saying and now we can implement and now we can bring building code. No, those codes have been there. It's a question of being enforcing them. So it is quite clear that a number of people within that professional area, they work for serve themselves but really they don't pay attention to the greater picture. President Obama, we talk about the fact that we don't need great people, we need great institutions. If you have great institutions where they do their work, where it doesn't matter whose government comes, it doesn't matter who you are, they will make sure, say, you follow the steps then wait for happen, wait for prevent that kind of thing from happening. This has happened one too many times. It is quite clear that the Ministry of Works and all the one that we involved will make sure, say, we get structural integrity, buildings that are being built where they're supposed to be built, how they're supposed to be built, and when they're supposed to be built are lacking. And nobody has been called to book. There's not been any investigation whatsoever as to why this happened. It's ridiculous. They go for tell you, say, that just lip service, in the vice president they pay. And that is complete nonsense. It is rubbish. It is nonsense.
Okay, so we see we just try for catch up with another building. We at last see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 story building. Wait him up now. Now less than according to the report where on the commentary, less than 1 town lot. Very. I don't know. I don't mean for laugh this, but it's just too funny. Long building, very if you are skin tight, let we family just listen this one quickly, and I think I'll take this one to the Barry Talk, YouTube page. Let me just play this one. Let people hear and see.
Is the building will be the top of 90s. This is a pure death trap. Now watch out. The land small, you not even reach this other, you not even reach 1 town or 2 side in Bila. Now watch this building. Now watch out. Now I want to watch this building. I want to see you side and put out. Nobody do nothing towards this. Yes, Daniel. How are you? Guys, the building will be the top of 90s.
Okay, so this now the short video where this young man they try for raise awareness again about waiting they happen. Another building, 7 to 8 story building, this kind size, and we see how the contract to them, the workman and the bill right now, with less quality material, and then they want for benefit themselves quick. Yesterday, I mean, we brought up the talk, say, okay, now you give us a work for those, say, okay, take care of my structure for maybe us, let you bill and quick. You send the money, it give you the estimate for all of the exact thing where you for use. In fact, it overcharge you, but at the same time, it buy less material, it make you work that kind of way just because then self want for use this whole day so for travel. So all man just they do what he want for do, or somebody want for go build more hosts for himself and deprive other person where they do you. So this one, you think say the government not going to see this kind of thing? Say don't reach to this guy, are it achievable?
But that's the problem. That's the issue. Though you don't get expertise or determine whether or not there are structural flaws here.
Yes.
But it's certainly look one kind of way of concern.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly look one kind of way of concern. So really the Ministry of Trade, Standards Bureau, the Ministry of Lands, the Ministry of Works, and certainly we House FCC, and certainly we House of Parliament. Okay? That's question for answer. What building look like this? The material where they take for make them building also not get the proper quality. Okay, the Ministry of Trade and Standard they will get issue with that. The space where they build and all what you take for building at that particular lands get issue with that. The Ministry of Works you get issue with the proper engineering aspects we involved also. Okay, then certainly. We have parliamentarians representing us all over the country, 132 of them. This is your business. This is a concern of you. So pay attention. Okay? We get chairman of political parties. We get all of them here, so that in they make a government. Somebody foresee something and say, it's all right. Policeman, they go up and down. Yes, certainly you beat now for traffic, you beat now CID business and so on and so forth. But if you see something we not correct, somebody should say something. Look this building here we had. Like we say, we don't get the expertise for determine whether it gets structural integrity or not. But certainly it's not look well. That's what the building not begin for the money. I remember we the first building for them had to be in the PR maybe more than 6 years ago, 7 years ago. But that hill got through. One big building. This one I see I was behind. Just like I don't this morning. So I feel the candle the go just meet that building, just collapse. The building was sabi it I candle. Say,
One back way no happen at Savage Square outside, very new building just collapse.
Yes.
And plenty other side and they were building and not the collapse. But like, I'm not even sure how serious the government they take, the people their lives them. Or even the NSSF, the Ministry of Lands, the Ministry of Country Planning.
Yes, something like that is so serious that if it happen one time, there must be a comprehensive investigation as to all the aspects we involve building a building. I mean, I don't understand, say, we country, unfortunately, not a country. We know they take life seriously. That thing like that happen. No way they threaten loss of life. Warrant proper investigation right then and there. There should be reports as to what happened, reports as to the mixture of material, reports as to whose them they take permits, who that can inspect the building in stage one where they do foundation, who that can do inspection where they raise the block them, who that can do inspection on all the aspects that were involved. It don't happen 1 10, 2 10, 3 10, continue to happen. Then the vice president puts in up talk say we can't start or enforce building code. Shame on you. Shame on you. We got a government in place or look after our people. We got a government in place or think way ahead of the game. Not where economy day bad. People in the holla say, na COVID, na Ukraine, na this, na that one day. And they tell people that say, gentlemen, we have a government we suppose to put measures in place because there are unexpected and unintended consequences. We were able to get a set of resolution them, options them, to in case some shock happen. So it is not convenient, it's not correct for make you say, hey, don't we fall to na COVID, don't we fall to na Ukraine. No, you forget measures in place for combating them when they happen, if they happen. International best practice that make you get government. So now they don't need government. The system just going itself. So this really blame government for
so apart from the statement of the vice president, just to watch different other people the way they come up with different statements. Them we with regards waiting for do now, and then we find out say the rescue. I don't know if you actually follow the rescue mission.
Which one?
The same building where they talk about Shell, the rescue mission, where they go on there right now. How you go assess the way how the national disaster management, when they in charge of all of them things, and they how they coordinate the things them way the rescue mission at that side. And now we don't see say they don't begin to politicize them. They talk about how Gento, SLPP, APC don't unite for rescue. How politics are doing inside this.
But no, this has been a culture for us where in everything we do, now politics, people will bring politics inside. Gentle happen forget equipment them readily available. So where things happen of this nature, government not get the equipment, not get the expertise, but they get people them where it gets the machinery and whatnot and so on. They can call on them, and then people they should also they take the opportunity for say, hey, where this happening now, we have. And then other people in the way they politicize them really. More specifically believe say, this politics, it don't pass mark. It don't pass mark. There are times for politics, time for govern. But salon within a situation where politics are from pip to pay rape. Politics now the art of coming into office. How you did manage for bring yourself into office, take an office. Once you don't get an office, politics stays back and you go into governance. But no, we they play politics for all things, we fall for which people they say and so on and so forth. And but I think to say the issue of politics, it inside we bad, but that should be purely superficial. Which is important now for see be able for save life, see be able for retrieve people them. And if not, then just retrieve property and rescue mission be doomed.
All right, so let me just give an update quickly on waiting we get from the National Disaster Management Agency, where they under the Office of National Security. This now waiting again update of the two updates on the collapsed 7-story building na Shell New Road. They say September 17. Now in the give this update following yesterday, the 17/2024. They say fertility 9. Nine lost their life right now. According to them, 9, 2 adults, where they break the figures down. 2 of them na man them, big man them. 3 na big woman them. 2 na small titi them, where they under 5 years, baby them. And you get 2 again, where na bobo them, where they under 5 years. So this make them 9. And the one them where they're not able for pull, where not die at all, we not die. Now 7 with 5 currently they under treatment now the Wokupa Hospital, and 2 they don't refer them now the Troyton Hospital for let them look into the young case, because the young case looks serious. And the disaster management they fear say they get plenty more right now where they don't know about, where go on trap under that particular building day. Yeah, and they still dey work for make sure say they go able for bring them people in there up if they're able for do that at all. But as we talk so, in as much as you get the slow pace of the work, but yet still they still lay on in the work. Of course we get for no say equipment and another challenge. For people in, and they taking up the expensive nature of their equipment, and they again, let's say they don't provide them with the equipment, but you get for look at the fear and other things them, then again another challenge. Well, I know say some people go to say no, that's not need for be particular challenge. NDA may not get equipment on their own. They don't set them up from donkey as nothing they not get on their own, just like the law and the drugs enforcement. Although the national disaster then get their office where look okay, they get staff them, but they don't get nothing when equipment pass them the able per other private people them for help them as well. So whatever they get for do now out of manjalaji, bigger they on can help we able for do this. And if God bless somebody, He's safe. Okay. If God say again, it's about time for you to come. Okay. Now we pray. Say the one that we don't go already, then soul rest in peace. And we understand. Say as of yesterday, other people let me still make some call. From under we then they talk about everything. But as you know, better light no day. So most of them phone them, or if not all, their phone they don't die out, and then that's at the end of the story. Nobody will ever forget an idea of everything they happen right now with them people in there. So Ajibo, for I wrap up this. If you as person wey don't serve the government for advice now on waiting for do, what do you think say for be the most strong thing waiting for do for and prevent them things that not for happen? Because like you say, it don't happen, and not to the first time, not to the second time, third time, but it don't happen continuously.
Of course, after the search and rescue mission, there should be a comprehensive investigation as to what happened, what go wrong, would have fall short of in duty. For see action. In other words, the people that will fall short should be held responsible. They should be brought to the leader, the professional army have to be brought to parliament. They should be questioned. The public will get an opportunity to question them. And then there should be some reprimand. Really. Only when the tear begin happening, I will change that culture of recklessness. When you begin to call the people in way matter na from the one that really make the policies them to the professionals them where they actually implement them policy, they actually be it in works, be it in land, be it at the FCC standards bureau. You question them, and if you indict them, you get some form of reprimand. I mean, now that really not people will take things seriously. Take things seriously. And then for the one them way, because that's another aspect of people them way, no matter what they tell them, they cut corners. No matter how they tell them, say, so for Pala, who bribe for cut corners. If it is established that Nasuda they happen, both the bribee, and the briber will be held responsible. We need for begin bring them wire public. We need for begin hold them responsible and format this culture change. Then we should make it quite clear for more and tell people and witness the process of building. Okay, one, you secure your land. Two, it's established that you own, you get the conveyance for that. B, you start the foundation. There should be certification. There should be way the check for say yes, this foundation gets the standard we forget, and so on and so forth. Every step of the way. I think if we're able to do that, and will help for change the problems there we will deal with.
Because we find out, say, building inspector and supposed for the all around for the watch waiting they happen, and then anybody where they put up a structure, if I put up like outside then country there, you put your building permit, big one before you get. For sure, say you get legal right for go on your land. Now you get the money, but you get legal right from government for actually build. And then, but we not go say everybody they do, but we think in common. Where we can see from the inspector there, most of them go for go inspect, now for go get written and get, and then accommodate. Now only way you know the corporate, then say no go corporate. So how we go able to make sure say all of them things and then we address them for settle them problem there. Because when you talk about the dog, don't forget for talk about the bone.
And I say essentially, you for also hold the people we get the building and responsible also. An investigation should be done on all of them, and you apportion blame. For apportion blame, you name and shame people there, and you hold people responsible. There should be laws, okay, very stringent law, because they lost picking their life, picking them now future of tomorrow. And when building like this happen, you get for now tie up equipment there. You get for now bring government not get the equipment, government not get the expertise. You get for bring somebody else come the likes of Gento and so on and so forth. And starting the way they come, they can't help. They expect favor from government down the road, So it's a problem. There'll be traffic blockage in the area for a very long time. Hazardous issues when they come. So the all haste makes waste. You don't rush build this building here so now, and now the building don't collapse. You don't lose all the money, but look at all the problem where you don't bring come to people there. So what sense does it make? Are governments in place for make sure say they take step or forestall that kind here. So therefore, there should be a complete and total investigation, a public one, mind you, now Parliament, okay? We look at the people that way for make policies there, okay? Bring them step kind side. Those ministers, okay? Those commissioners, head of the parastatals and agents, bring them come and question them. What's happening? Someone has to know where this happened. What laws have you put in place? How come them laws are not being followed? Then you bring in the professionals that are charged with implementing laws. Where is the permit A? Where is the permit B? Who's then take up? Who that go sign off on this part? Who that go sign off on that part? Okay, the material who they use, we'll do some analysis and find out. Now their material at the kinds are high pass kind side. This is we have the systems there. It's a question of using them. It's a question of them working. They're there. You get standards bureau. You get the system there. You get professional heads at the Ministry of Works. It's there. So if they're not working, they spend government money, but not only that, we spend government money for nothing, really endanger with people their life. The example is right in front of us. So really and truly, there should be a comprehensive investigation, and people that will for go jail penalty, or for be fined, or to be suspended, should be suspended. One day when our homeowners, also the Panenka UK should be, there should be law. People fine you, name and shame them. I think you said that really start for this problem.
All right, so let me go to this other paper where now the News 24. They talk about the fish farm. It's a President Bio's fish harvest, a wake-up call to all political appointees. What do you think about this? The visits of President Bio to farm fish, chicken, and other things the way he gets now in farm where he go watch. What do you think?
I think it's very good. And that you expect from your leader. You lead by example. Plenty man will look and say, not really actually do I mean people there for do but initiative. And I believe say it will yield fruits. It will encourage, if not a whole lot of people them, a few people them will start this process. And when once they begin yield some dividend from this, be it, personally or otherwise, it will help for create jobs. It will help for allow for food sufficiency and security. I think it's a very good idea. It's very good. Like now, show and tell self the benefits of it are very good. The president, we all leader, the president, take such an initiative. It's very good.
Okay, and this other paper actually not so today, but I think say we been begin talk about this now so, and then exactly waiting we be we say waiting we analyze when we talk about the days them way then flood them hit all over, and then we go to Pujan inside they talk about some, but we talk now this program say the government will get for use this as a deterrent for the Tomabomb project. This is exactly what AUZ newspaper say. And I just want, like always, you balance and view into this, yeah? And this one say, millions of dollars in shambles. Massive flooding destroys Tomabomb rice project. Remember, say we don't spend over $30 million on this. But only this water, now we don't get this product and this kind of publication say now, this water we don't come, don't destroy the Tomabomb rice project. What do you take on this?
I think to say Yuki don't play Pandi.
Sorry?
I think Yuki don't play Pandi. yes. Yuki don't play Pandi. It's not a public relations stunt. But it's a day late and a dollar short. Singapore, from when this government came into office, they don't talk about bread and butter issue. They talk about Tomabomb. They can produce rice in the very short future. I remember the Minister of Information at the time, Minister Radoswari, spoke a lot. And also the gentleman we hold me office now, said, Bubakar Sise, when I am the person really in charge of outreach and for organize and supervise spokespeople there. Said a whole lot about Tomabomb. We can produce rice in a very short time and so on and so forth. It's been 6 years now. Nothing's happened. And not only bad that nothing has happened, but we don't dump so much money inside into Tomabomb, not in our community. So for me, it appears like we say that Yuki they play under. They don't eat money in that place there, and they don't mean well. And now they defend way for cover up.
So I can always ask this question, Ajibo. I don't know whose category way I for put on. Please help me with this. Whether this government, God really they behind them, or they're faced with some kind of something where I don't know if it's a cause or waiting. Waiting at their time for ask. Plenty time, this government not they take responsibility of anything. And interestingly, whenever something don't deploy at the hand, something must happen inside the country or out of the country where then they take their own responsibility and engampan. For example, the economy in bad one, the engampan COVID, the engampan Ukraine. Whatever they happen inside the country, they say Ukraine. Now, Tomabomb way for 4 years, rest not commode, we not see one bag rest, one serious. Just rain we just come or flooding we just happen 2 days. They say don't put millions of dollars. So waiting really, where God gave, I don't know how to put that, but please help me. Waiting well, I don't know even how to put them. I don't really know how to put them. It's like, now God they behind them or not?
We always say anything way bad to mortal man, not to God. God no get nothing bad about that. And what
No,
God
no,
cannot
wetin
do,
make I dey ask, because anytime wey something dey happen wey dem no able for take control over, instead of dem take responsibility, something dey happen some side wey dem go say, oh, this thing not we fault, na because of this thing wey happen, even if dem don eat money, even if dem don do all thing wey not correct, dem no be on the right trajectory, but something dey happen wey na dem go take that thing dey now, dem send am to that thing, dey say na as a result of this Ukraine war, na as a result of this COVID, na as a result of this Toma bomb as we get am this flood as we get am for the Toma bomb. So na that make I dey ask this question, because anytime wey dem for take responsibility, something dey happen, then dem dey take am dey hang am for am.
It's actually saying when somebody dey down, you look na sharp left na in the ruler. If they're not getting as if they're painting for way down, then these governments have said so much about bread and butter issue, about how they will change the economy, and have said so much about Toma bomb. And Toma bomb has now become an embarrassment. Really, frankly, Toma bomb has become an embarrassment.
Embarrassment, but now a flood don't come. Now don't pull the rest. They will already get the rest.
But this not listen. Agriculture, especially the Toma bomb project, it's a study. This irrigational aspect, if you don't study them, the land, if you don't study the land, we get, and frankly, what is the background agriculture? Okay, went to the College of Food, Agriculture, and Environmental Science, and I did study the aspect of food production, and get intensification processes, what you put into the land. You get extensification processes, which you expect for Como. You get issue of test, what you get for control. Specifically, you get for deal with irrigation also. So, for say, flood come, not two way for that anticipate, not two way for don't know, not two way for don't block. You forget measures the way you don't put in place. Okay, especially where this now a project being looked at by a whole government. So there should be studies already. If you don't anticipate that kind of problem they are, it's not joke. It's not joke. Now for save themselves from the embarrassment, this is not a public relations stunt. You will not fool anybody because some of them sit down for 6 years, nothing not happen. They need to prepare for close this case now. Let it be for say we hang up on somebody. There's something like you say. That's all it is. Really. If not to the hand, somebody for can tell me. And what happen? Because we'll ask the questions. How you not anticipate say flood the can? How you not put measures in place for say if that flood the can, now what time they go for wipe out which you don't broadcast? They go on the side and come on the other side and whatnot and so on. These people need to stop. And so people that they will know better than for stop, and they know that. And that I ain't bother this where they are poor. Well, I guess the majority of people in that salon they can say don't understand. 80% no land. So they want, they want mock. But that's terrible.
All right. Continue for the between him and Ajibo Tijan Jalo with the inside the program, and the help for we discuss some of the issues them we will see in the newspaper. I still there with this newspaper, Ajibo. And this one gets to do with Michaela the Prince. Birth name Mabinti Bangura. 29-year-old Salon Sierra Leonean American. We then they consider for be trailblazer. Na a ballerina. What do you know about this young lady?
Absolutely nothing. I don't know about her at all.
So let me go back to the time when Una been in a government. I'm pretty sure you know about help the needy child. One orphanage home we been there na Makini.
Slightly, yes.
Sorry?
Slightly, yes. Slightly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure you remember the story we been come up with some parents them against help the needy child. Where they may say then take them, picking them, and then give them for adoption without proper arrangement or without some of them consent. Yes, remember that?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so this lady, now one of them picking a day, where they been take under their adoption day, where they care and go. And the person where been they had this helping the child, now be one Dr. Kagbo. Where the people fed under the last government go to court at some point. We don't hear anything better from the case. Instead, they just tell me say this man they go contest under the APC for that area. Then I did not. I don't quite remember the area. I just try for pick him up my head now. And now this lady don't raise to this kind of point, it don't become very famous in the world, and then it don't die. And as he die, according to what you understand, he adopted mommy back the following day, a day or two himself die. So nothing again, absolutely somebody not go able to forget from this lady, just that somebody literally said he gets too picky as well where he left. But waiting at the cause, nothing able to happen. So waiting we decide for ask now. A lot, even now as we talk so, them parents them still they cry because they're not able to get contact with them, then totally disconnected with all of them 29 PKs where they've been take from McKinney and other places them in care and go. For 10 things here so for happen without they not take any step for make sure them picking there so and then parents them able to get an idea of what they happen, or the government not able to help the parents and for them get connection with them. How you think we will talk about the seriousness of how governments they handle the cities in them. How you would describe this case will happen under one government?
The issue of social welfare really broad. But the story I also talk about a 29-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
A 29-year-old, all intents and purposes, are an adult. They make decision on your own. So I don't know, other than General Protective Service component of the Ministry of Welfare, but even at that, for somebody with under the age of 14, where they are unstable home, where get drugs and things of that nature. But here we are talking about somebody with a 29-year-old. She's fully of age, quite capable of making decisions for herself. So I don't know if government could be held responsible.
No, when they talk about the time where they been take them go, where them people be the demand for them.
Sengapia, as you tell me the story, I remember, but I don't remember well. But all I can say, if at that time a decision was made that they will provide a better place for them, provide a better livelihood for them, then I guess that was the decision that was being looked at the time. Governments, they make policies, okay? Government, they make the policies. And the policy, now for support agency, the way they come with their expertise. And at the end of the day, now for enhance people's livelihood, provide better situation for the subjects that are involved. All right? There might be mishaps here or there, but generally speaking, the intent now for enhance their livelihood and give them better opportunity. Right? So at the time, the intention was for them to have a better opportunity. They want them where to provide them services, and they're able to screen people them and get the people them where need that service, they and bring them come together. So if something had gone wrong, it's probably an exception, but the intention was not to put minors in harm's way, certainly not.
All right, continue further with inside the program. One more time, in name Ajibo Tijan Jalo, with inside the program this morning. And I don't know again if you follow the story of this Lebanese man, Nakenima.
Remind me, give me a cue.
Okay, Expo Times, different newspaper them. Expo Times say 20 people in police nets for gruesome murder of Lebanese nationals. So I'll go to another one quickly. Let's just catch up with another one. Where they talk about this Lebanese, bottom line now, they say the person where this Lebanese man been getting us, now he actually, attack him and then he kill him because of some dollars. Yeah. Well, we're not able to get clear, idea of what exactly happened. Just start with they say police door arrest 20 people and all of them things in there. But the issue of killing now inside the country, it don't become another serious thing. Even now, Moyamba days there, so this Bobo kill in uncle for I think 1,000 years or so. you know. So it just too scary right now inside the country about how crimes them they go on at the country.
Yeah. I follow that story about the young man where the Lebanese behave. But he's also a very young man, and everybody is considered innocent until proven guilty. And that's something for the police investigates now. You know, when you're in a society, side poverty reign, a society, side lawlessness, even in the perfect of societies, you get issues the way they happen every day. You know, just in Atlanta, there's a shooting. You know, place we develop like the United States, then all the shooting every day happen. There's more shooting. So, what a man, matter what you do, we will get involved in crime here. It's a question of the police being able to put measures in place for all the issues they are. When they happen, you investigate and prosecute and reprimand, you know, whoever is found liable. So, I mean, like criminal issue. But another thing to say, that incident in Amoyamba, now Kenema, be a cause for concern. So somebody will say, and killing that on Pasmaco. Not to minimize the seriousness of it, you know, but I don't believe, say, it could be considered serious at this point. Things happen. Yeah.
Okay, so now while we go inside the party where you belong, yeah, we inside that party they born you. We're in the APC party. And you don't work under the APC government, not only but they born you, they don't work under the government as well. So this situation where they on right now inside the country about, you know, the things that we people in the talk, nothing we very, very much serious, and all of some people even, you know, lost right now as to waiting they happen. With regards ECOMIS, the ECOWAS standby force in Salon, and the mandate and the issue between Ernest Baikoma and Samoa Kamara, and the issue between who that they sell out, who that they betray, who that they undermine, all they go on. And not only inside a party, it creates serious, you know, commotion as well for people that don't even belongs to a party, because they're not even for no waiting for belief and who that for belief again. So far, waiting you done together from Unayum party side, waiting they happen, a seal and other things that will happen around the election and electoral justice. Waiting they happen. Waiting we for believe now.
Yeah, well, Senator Pierre, you asked me a loaded question.
Because now they say, how we loaded, so now so we confused right now.
You know, people ought to be confused. It's rather unfortunate, sorrowful that this happened to me, really and truly. I guess, you know, time don't change. Time don't change in the sense that you get new players into the party now. You get new ways then for communicate, the advent of social media, where anybody can sit on any side, hold in telephone and talk. All of that, they play a role in how a party they actually brace itself. It's confusing. It's as confusing as you are. I'm confused, and we look for solution on how we were able to get the right leadership. We were able to direct, superintend the affairs of the party, and able to block some of the issues here. You know, they're flying news here. Okay, but quite apart from all of that, you also get common sense. Common sense for allow you for a reasonable deduction, okay, on the issue of ECOMOG, or ECOMIS still high, but they call it. For less somebody can tell you, say, ECOMOG they can restore democracy, they can remove Mother Bill and so on and so forth. But for make you remove Mother Bill, first, you got to invalidate the election with Brian inside. Whether the election crook or not crook, and we believe, say, yes, the rope on that election day, but not to in by the institution. We charge with making sure, okay, we get credible elections. Now, do what you do. Okay. However, they swear me, the Chief Justice swear me. Okay, so for say ECOMOG, they can inside a sovereign country, no, the country, they under ECOWAS. Now the country now himself put self under ECOWAS, not to like say ECOWAS defeat we, as I know. You bring ECOMOG can carry remove government. I think to say, for that you think that way, there's something is wrong with you. Okay? For say you can restore democracy. Well, whose democracy they can restore? But you say democracy, people are going about their business every day. I mean, the president is going up and down doing his thing. That's what they talk in England.
So for make people then go about their normal business every day in a democracy, that?
Certainly, of course. If you go about your business every day, there's due process of the law, policeman day, where they guide you, Motokadi they drive on the right side of the road, Motokadi they drive upside down. Now democracy down. The democracy not to politics no more. Just the fact that you're able to come on and you go.
But you get all aside and outside democracy, they exist, but all of them things they happen as well.
But the point we make is a good majority of freedom. Listen, me na APC man. One APC kind of power today. I cannot fool myself. I'm not going to make fool of myself. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to allow people and when they listen to me make fool of themselves. Okay? I'm not going to tell you say all things bright and beautiful and freedom. Okay? But a good majority of Sierra Leone, they go about their business every day. Things are difficult, don't get me wrong. Okay? But that's just like what you vote for now you get. Okay? People and they will vote for this party for SLPP, no matter what you say. Okay? If really and truly, now the only 2% of the country vote for SLPP, 98% they vote for APC, like we don't stop them. We don't kind of cheat, we don't tin up, we don't stop all man for saying, this thing happen. Okay, well, scam can't change things now. But that's not the case. Okay, clearly, they get some substantial amount of votes. Okay, we might be popular, more popular than them, but they get some substantial amount of votes. We make people live for common and can take over a country like that or create Guinea. Guinea were ready. We'll be ready when the one come. They'll be ready for say Lance Alpha Conde has to go. They were pretty ready. Okay, but we get for realize that fact thing. For say people they grab every day, go do their business, then come. That's part of democracy. So what you say they can't restore democracy, people in the city they can't restore democracy. What are you talking about? Okay, I've heard other people talk about, even my uncle the other day, Honorable Alaji Kemosi say, they talk about that they can't help people implement or that they can't implement the resolution they must apartheid. What are you talking about? Those 80 recommendations that are there. Okay, there's a process for implementing them.
But what's inside as part of the mandate and get what they refer to as for settled political differences. And the difference is not to the 80 mandates them.
Okay, enlighten me a little bit about settled political differences.
Well, that again, I just a line where we myself not able to forget, so I try to forget waiting and the real meaning. That is to say, as part of waiting the ECO stabilize top we can do, for first of all, can do with the military and the police for beef of security against things them way like waiting to happen in November 26, and at the same time inside political for the politics for see how best able for work together for settle political differences. That we able for know waiting at the differences. And if you talk about the political differences and crisis, okay, now ask you the question: we get any political crisis in the country?
We have a political crisis where the APC believes that the elections, just concluded elections, were rigged, and that Madabiode in office in falsehood.
Okay, so now, if you consider that one day for be a political crisis, when a part of the mandate, then say resolve all political crises. You know, how you would put that one, those context we go get, those meaning we go get.
Well, it's a crisis where it's an idea. When another a crisis where people they don't come on at it and they make the government ungovernable. That has not happened. Now, I believe in fact, for me, the government don't talk over and over and over which ECOMOG they can do. But ECOWAS self gets a responsibility for put out a statement and inform the public, not allow we for being dragged into all of this nonsense. There are two aspects here. One, ECOMOG come, okay, because we get an arrangement for say they will come this. strategically based.
Ajibola just read this thing. Let we all hear him and let it not be seen me idea at time for bring out. Yeah. Our own newspaper actually quotes waiting the mandate Talek at the time for put them inside English. The force referred to as the ECOWAS mission in Sierra Leone, ECOMIS, has been granted a broad mandate which include supporting Sierra Leone's defense forces in creating a secure environment, protecting vital state institutions, and ensuring the safety of civilians. Additionally, the mission aims to strengthening trust between the population and the defense and security forces, contributing to the overall stability and democratic governance in the country. The ECOWAS statement outlined the mission's political strategic objectives are to implement a comprehensive and inclusive resolution to the current political crisis in Sierra Leone and to ensure long-term peace and stability. So I want to focus on this one last part where idea. We say the ECOWAS statement outlined the mission political strategic objectives and to implement a comprehensive and inclusive resolution to the current political crisis in Sierra Leone and to ensure long-term peace and stability. Who sense you could put for Rihanna?
Okay, so this don't clearly outline, say, two aspects. A, we get the ECOMOG arrangement we supposed for come now, Lunge, for can set to there, make that an ammunition dome, down in a one aspect. Now, this force here to what they call stabilization force, okay, appear to me like say they come in anticipation of any, they are being proactive, they forestall any possible unrest. They don't want to make waiting don't happen at other countries like Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso and all of that. Can happen at alone. But you must understand, or say when they come at the behest of the government. When they come, they know they can change government, so to speak, can pull that government and can bring opposition. Now they are going to make sure, say, they support the existing paraphernalia, the existing law enforcement we did, but strengthen anything we will bring about peace.
And you don't feel, say, political crisis can make we get instability?
Certainly.
And you that just want to tell we say the political crisis what they talk about in your own idea now the APC will say they not agree with the outcome of the election result, right? So dynamic are still the press on this point say if you don't go to that extent and then tell we that one day what it will mean now for say the ECOWAS they get another part of the mission where they can say then they focus on political strategic objective where now for implement comprehensive and make sure say the resolution where they can do for make the settle political crisis it be inclusive.
I don't know if they can settle political crisis. I believe, say, that stabilization force will be around for boil down or for, deviate any potential unrest we will get for happen.
But not so that they talk about. So they don't talk about the defense force where they join out with the military. But this one, it too clear, not all about for coil down any instability. Rather, they try for talk say, okay, political crisis in the country. And one of we mission where they come for, now for make sure say, we can lay down that political crisis, let it be resolved. Not of can say if una want resolve them, we go there for slay palaver and not come out. He say we come for make sure say that will be resolved as well.
Secretary, from outside, Sierra Leone looks like an accident waiting to happen. There is latent heat, something the way they boil under. Okay, And any responsible regional body like ECOWAS, at least for actually make themselves relevant, okay, they will send support, way for be proactive, way suppose for forestall any potential unrest. The issue of discussing political problems is left with the diplomats. It's left with the people the way they talk. Now, ECOWAS. The Alemande na ECOWAS, then they make sure say if it get to that point, by the process alone of forestall any kind potential unrest, violence will happen. If in fact it happen, then we're able to support the existing security force within the oil and down. When it comes to
at some point in Africa, we see not to support only. It can be say yes, they go and support, but if the security forces they know for them on the right trajectory, the right way, then self can a day for the people because they say for protect the people them as well. That not the mandate. Let's take for example one thing where other people they not use the Yaya Jammeh LEONE story where it be okay. I don't agree to the election, but at some point I don't agree again, and then it not be one for come out. Waiting not to this same stabilization force go inside the Gambia.
Yes.
Yes, now in go inside it and then go resolve the political crisis where they inside it.
That was a different story.
Yes, it's different. We just try for look at every possibility. Where I not go right, I not go be right. I want for later to be clear. I just try for bring them around.
Yeah, but in Sierra Leone, we have the institution we're responsible for call election.
And this institution not able for defend the election result up to this time what you talk about
So I not go expect ECOWAS for deeper hypocrites. There should have been several discussions about that.
And what about if they do discussion behind the scene where we don't know? These are diplomatic things that you don't get for come make the people them as well become and panic and all. But the one they were responsible or where they in the position, then we know what will happen where we don't know.
I think to say I don't hear Alaji Mohamed Wari say that in program they talk about discussions going on behind the scene. When I listen to them a few times, if you compel me for call Dr. Samura, people then ask whether this gentleman will speak for on behalf of Samura Khan. Because Samura, as far as I know, na APC. And APC should be talking for Samura. Samura should not have his own arrangement. But they make a categorically clear to me for saying, no, talk on his own. He's not hired by us. They're in touch with us, so on and so forth. So I say, okay. That's as far as I'm going to go. But for say, ECOWAS, they talk behind the scene. They go talk behind the scene about the fact that if Sierra Leone a potential problem, and maybe there is need for pay attention, there is need for assigned resources, be it human resource, whatever, or deal with Salone. But when it comes to or make an intervention, I believe say best practice demand that the citizen or the world at large, foresee when I don't exhaust all possible remedies in terms of diplomacy, in terms of talking before we go into force. Okay, so ECOWAS no go sit down a corner, they talk behind the scenes, with the gun, jog matter be out of office, bring Samura Kamara inside. I would love that to happen, APC man, but realistic, not reasonable, it don't make sense. Therefore, don't make it clear, say, this government not cooperate with we. We don't try to do ABC.
I mean, they not reach to that point, say, two sides talk about cooperation, then they come. For example, I still living Yaya Jammeh. Yaya Jammeh, discussion go behind the scene until they come. They still can't do the discussion inside with them. And then finally reach to the show. So the conversation, the discussion, not only they stop na phone or behind the scene, but then they come back and talk with you.
I think to say Yaya Jammeh na a bad example. You keep for the give example. They give me a better example. Yaya Jammeh na somebody where go into a democratic election and grab and say when they call the election, they not call it in favor. He say yes, he congratulates the opponent. He congratulates him. Then he gets a change of mind later. Down there it's totally different. That did not happen in Sierra Leone. So it's not a good example. What I am saying is leave the Ajame out of this. Let me just think rationally, reasonably. ECOWAS no they come for can favor one person. They come for can favor democracy. They come for can favor within the rights. Okay, and by so doing, then get for make sure say they not appear bias.
Yes.
They get for
So
be very
now that
transparent.
make for them not appear bias. Now I mean they put all man at table or then talk with all man. So the problem would be if one person still no one for agree to waiting the all door reach to. Not to now the problem.
But hold on a second. Has that been scheduled? Like that they say they do? No.
They not tell me about how they go. Adibu, they not tell me say that they can meet, you know. But listen this one. Larry them back into English. Sometimes I know say I not sabi read English and I know can understand English. But Larry this again. Yeah. ECOWAS statement outline the mission's political strategic objectives are to implement a comprehensive and inclusive resolution to the current political crisis in Sierra Leone. So, now for if you say resolve, anything you resolve, that means you talk to all that involved for them to reach to one point.
Okay, but where does that say in any shape or form say that they can remove?
No, I'm not saying they remove. I never say so from where they ask question. I'm not saying they remove. I say in any discussion where una dey discuss for settle problem, if the one person when they want for resolve something, in the tower I say no, power na wetin he wants na for one. Not today the problem they do na that I ask. I not say they remove person or then they install person.
Obviously, you're right. If wetin you say na so they happen, the one person the tower, you're right. But we don't know that as of yet. But wetin we dey agree, hook, line, and sinker, now that ECOWAS they can remove.
You trust our newspaper, the source?
Yes. Kevin
so now our I read so now for.
Yes.
I can send them for you after as well.
Yes, certainly. Send them for me, please.
But I trust them. Now they read from so.
I know, I trust them. We do have media biases, but I will go now one credible newspaper. Okay. And from what you don't read, okay, they indicate clearly within ECOWAS their role. You know, ECOWAS their role amongst other things now for make sure say we get regional stability. And therefore, if there is a problem, well, listen, ECOWAS now the first grab talk say the election will get no problem. And later now they can begin turn. So I don't see whose credibility will they get in any shape or form. You know, there are other countries that have run into turmoil and they haven't been able to do anything. Okay. So this ECOWAS who they lean on, bad one. Like I say, a sinking man will hold anything. You know, not to people and for me we get any kind of credibility. But in any case, if they come, then go come or can try for make peace. And any kind of peace where they make, now peace we're looking for change much, really and truly. What we fail to do, are the road not taken, and be a mistake. That the leadership of Dr. Samura Kamara can overcome.
All right. So let me take Samura out. Let me take Marabio out of this. And one word when you use just now, when you talk about this ECOWAS stabilization, you say restore democracy, right?
Me say restore democracy?
Yes, you talk about restore democracy. Say one of them, they say them for restore democracy, ain't it?
They mandate them, now the basin, now for make sure say democracy is restored. Yeah.
Restore?
Yeah.
So it means the problem with democracy. In as much as just so you don't talk, say people and go about their work, not that things
wait, hold on. One of the mandates now for make sure say democracy prevail now the area them where ECOWAS they operate. Okay. I am not saying that they can restore democracy in Sierra Leone. And they tell part of
you
the general
you did before me now. I ask you the question. Don't get unclear.
Yeah. Part of the general mandate now for make sure say, I mean, any side way democracy is being eroded, then take efforts for Brian Kam. I'm not saying that is what is going to happen in Sierra Leone.
Get that. Now I understand.
Yeah.
And I think the further person want to take him back the other way, he could already again find now.
My God power. Indeed, you're right. Thank you very much too.
Yeah. All right, so let's just read this one message. This one from Evelyn Alpha says, Pierre, this issue that we have in Sierra Leone, it's like a 9-month pregnancy due for delivery. It will surely deliver. So, in other words, let we wait now until they don't begin come. We wait now for see, waiting then go do and waiting then come for do, and not go hide forever. Yeah, till not go continue for dinner that forever.
Exactly. You know, exactly. But we also forget common sense and able to understand, say, you know, when we get an election and after the elections are over, if you believe, say, something is wrong, you go to court, like the institution and the way we establish.
That's not for the country in your own laws. Remember, say, we signed to another agreement them as well.
Or make you go outside of the country in law, you get for don't exhaust all the law the way they inside your own country. Okay? All the law inside the country, if you choose not for use them, you say you go use outside, you might run into a problem. Okay? Because the question will come as to why you not exhaust the remedy the way available for inside your country first.
Okay.
You know, it's quite clear.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think to say, and as much as the young people live, the APC people live, they not like to hear this. You know, it is a choice that we made, and that choice they really don't yield benefits we expect. I think we don't misstep. Now, at least they get for calm. The cow tripartite come take it on. Then we expect, say, when the tripartite discussion, something will come, we will say, okay, when I know it's there, people will not aggregated data. But they don't agree. No matter what, they don't agree for discuss that. And in as much as APC they push, SFP said they push. You know what I mean? They say no when they discuss it. No, we are not sleeping, we're not dummies, we're not going to discuss it. Period. They refuse for discussion. And because that's not part of the mandate. Of course, APC they expect say it could be quite clear for say, okay, you know, for settle this problem, when I people paper come. That's not asking for too much. But as far as they are concerned, no, we are not going to show that. And we're not there for force them for sure. Because not only hot, they get that mandate. The quicker we understand that, the quicker we agree on that, the better. The better. I mean, we look for answers every other place than what I did.
I think a very nice way that one day for where we wrap up the program this morning, except if you get something we are left with we.
You know, you ask about the fly news and so on and so forth. Indeed, no problem. With the early today, people in way did they support Dr. Samora Kamara bloggers that they cost them one day now. Being confused. You see people in way now Dr. Anes Koroma actually give them an opportunity or make them be somebody. Okay? Okay, where they in good discussion, good spirit with President Koroma, former President Koroma. But yes, people that they cost the individual day, but they don't go cost President Koroma. So it's quite confusing. And you know what's in there happen. So for me, I feel like for say the whole arrangements don't look too toxic. And at some point we get for sit down and get a frank discussion as party members. Okay, frank discussion. People are like, we're a serious stakeholder. I'm not only an APC, but me, Grandpa, one of the founding members of the APC. Okay, Dr. Sheka Province TV.
You say you're not only a member, but you're not serious. I underline the word serious stakeholder. So you get some other stakeholders that we're not so serious stakeholders?
Yeah. Well, no, what they say, other people in the way like me also, they don't care about a position. Some people in the way a position they want, that they want office. I don't want an office, but I see the APC as my abode. I see the APC as me forefather in creation. So therefore, whether I have an office or I don't have an office, the business that will make sure see it's particular. That will make sure see we identify people we get what it takes, get the ingenuity, get the mentality, get the smart, get the foresight, we're able to put party together and carry forward. That's my position. That's where I'm at.
Okay.
I would care less about the position. I'm not here looking to be a chairman of this. I'm not here looking to be a minister. No, I care less about that. I care about the party. And there are other people which are like me, where them papa them. Okay, they all move with the grandpa. They wonder what's going to happen. So I'm saying in any way they do, there are levels of affiliation. It happen for that higher level of affiliation. Okay, where Same girl for coming out for make we sit down. We look at ourselves, we say, you know what, we need for help with party any kind of way.
Okay.
We need for help with party. Send the means, send the wherewithal, for able for streamline the party, bring and come back into a focused arrangement. This catapult with the part, this pet with the pet, very helpful. Very helpful. I follow the path for normal, the follow by yourself.
Thank you very much, Aji Putijan Jalo, for taking time for joining me inside the program this morning. I appreciate you for we don't gap for can talk to Salon people. Then. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And get
Have a
yourself
good day.
Alright, you don't watch the program, you don't like, don't share, don't comment, we appreciate you so much. And that's what we left for today. Thanks to the producer for this program. And we are still one for encourage you again for go and support young producer. We don't produce a latest video, but this time now on Sierra Leone. Beautiful system inside Sierra Leone where it don't produce for we all for let we see. Remember, say this not only for person in a salon person. Yeah, the police and for we within a salon and for who that's not in a salon for let them know about waiting they happen. So not about salon no more, yeah for the police things them but different side them. So please now support them. The link them pin at the YouTube platform so you can go now and watch the video and please when you go there left you comment, share and then you like them. Okay, thank you very much, I appreciate you. If you're not subscribed yet, please consider again for subscribe on that particular platform. Until we meet again, my name na SMPP the Freedom Fighter. Blue Mind come to you this afternoon. We love you all so much. Get yourself a good day.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things that happen. I wonder how soon is again not going today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, I just go to the kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So